Who is an Arab affairs expert, joins me here in studio. Ruth, thank you so much for coming in. Extremely heated subject we're just seeing here from these pictures where Daniel is. Where do you see all of this going, given that there's just been so much tension in Jerusalem these past few weeks?
Jerusalem has always been and still is a very, very sensitive, very delicate place, issue, subject to Muslims throughout the world and to everyone, really, in all religions. I think that it is very critical, in fact, key, that all sides really maintain stability, quiet, and try to be, I would say, more thoughtful rather than correct. The situation can very, very easily get completely out of hand. That is the nature of just the word, the epitome of the word Jerusalem.
And tell me, how willing is Hamas going to get involved in this, given that Hamas has already come out to say that if any of these families are evicted, it will fire rockets from the Strip into Israel?
So this is wonderful for Hamas. This gives Hamas another meal to cook in terms of trying to get its own public into upheaval, into a kind of emotional fury, because, as I said, Jerusalem is a very, very sensitive subject, and Hamas has an interest to try and get not only Jerusalem, but the West Bank as well into as unstable a situation as possible. In fact, we recently saw that the elections in the Palestinian Authority that were much expected by Hamas rather than Abu Mazen, of course, there was anger on the part of Hamas because of the cancellation, which very obviously was not because of Israel, but they used Jerusalem and the fact that Israel stopped the Palestinians from voting in East Jerusalem as an excuse, again, to kind of create a flurry in the streets and amidst the public. They are using this issue in order to have the flames go up and bring it down again according to their own interest.
And we have heard, Ruth, many voices in opposition to this. Biden calling Israel, also the EU. Can we expect Israel's standpoint on this to change at all with this pressure coming in from outside?
Doubtfully. Of course, Israel is a sovereign state. It has its own policies, its own security considerations, and yet, as I said before, the issue is less to be right in this particular, let's say, the current flurry, if you wish, and to try and maintain quiet, because really one extra flame can cause the entire region, not the city, not only the country, but the entire region to go up in flames. And that is why other role players in the region have also come in, and they have, I would say, stated that is the gentle way, but emphasized the need for Israel, despite it being right, or even if they don't agree, to maintain quiet almost at any price.
Really, really briefly, we've got only about 30 seconds left. Given what you've just said, how concerned would you be if the High Court does decide to evict these families?
I have full trust in the High Court of Law. I believe they will come to the right decision. Again, Jerusalem, in essence, is warring.
Certainly. All right. Ruth Wasserman, Lande, it's been a pleasure having you in. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarah.